If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. Yesterday, EA dropped a winter refresh SBC, which I'm not going to complete because it is quite literally not worth it. I think there's only like 3 cards that are worth more than the SBC itself, and it's untradeable anyway. And apart from Ericsson, I wouldn't have a use for any of them. Bruno Fernandes I would use, but only because I packed him. Does that make sense? Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to get him. If there was an SBC for him, I wouldn't do it unless it was an extremely good value for coin SBC. But what they did drop was a Lone Icon Moments objective. Now, it's not amazing, but what it means is we can go open this, get Ian Rush, and yeah, go play with him. If we get Ian Rush, or we get Jari Litmanen, or we get Steven Gerrard, then I think it's going to be very difficult for me to say no, regardless of whether there's a top-end Ronaldo, Pele, Hullet, Ronaldinho, etc., right? So what we're going to do is open it, build a team around it with what we have in the club, not going to buy anyone, and we're going to go play a couple of games. Then we'll talk about the rest of the SBCs, and of course that new promo, Shapeshifters, which is due out today, possibly by the time you're watching this. Let's get it open. So, we've not been given... I know who I'm going to take straight away, but we've not been given any Liverpool player, basically. So we've got, from right to left, we've got Juan Sebastian Veron, who, 4-star skills, medium, looks like a very good card. I'm not, like, over-the-top excited about that one. Because, you know, not that he's a former Man United player and that instantly turns me off. It's just, I was never really attached to him. You know, he was always that Man United player that I don't care about, you know, so let's move on. Obviously, goalkeeper, I'm not going to take a goalkeeper, what's the point in that? Cannavaro as a centre-back, 5'9", so a lot of people will question that, but, I mean, that's arguably one of the best centre-backs in the game. He nearly has 99 for everything in terms of defending, even without a chem style, so, yeah, that's pretty impressive, but it's a centre-back, so I'm not really that interested. So we come down to the last two. Gianfranco, who has 4-star, 4-star, high, medium. He's only 5'6", but still. And then, of course, we have Dennis Bergkamp. Now, if you watched the Road to Glory last year, Dennis Bergkamp was a part of that for quite a while. I think I went out, was it the base or the mid Dennis Bergkamp? Went out and got that. Played quite a few games with him, actually. 150, 200 games. And in the end, sold him. I think after we sold Ronaldo, I picked up Gerrard Litmanen and Dennis Bergkamp. And even though Bergkamp was one of those players that didn't really fit the meta of the game, he just kept scoring goals and I couldn't get rid of him. But not just because I've used Bergkamp last year, Gianfranco Zola is, I mean, he's one of those cards that is just like, his base card is super expensive because of how good he is. I really, really like the idea of Gianfranco Zola within this game, so I am going to take him. I think Bergkamp's a better card, actually, looking at it. You know, ball control, reactions, composure, the finishing, the attack positioning, the shot power, the long shots, even the stamina is all in favour of Dennis Bergkamp. But there's something about Zola that I want, so I am going to take the little Italian, and we're going to whack him into a team. I don't know what team we'll put him into, but we'll put him into one. Let's open this one rare player pack now. We'll put him into one, and we'll go and play a couple of games with him. We're not going to get anything in there, so let's go look at the team. I've just slotted him straight into the team that I had built for Shaqiri. I took out Salah, who was out of chem, or off chem rather, anyway, and I put Zola up top. Now, he's going... I've got 2 variations of this. I'm either going to use him as a striker or as a cam. I don't know whether I should put a chem still on him. I don't know if there's any point, because, like, you know, he has 7 games. So, I mean, I don't know what I would do with that anyway. It's nearly perfect across the board. I mean, just something to boost the dribbling, maybe. I don't know. Maybe something to boost the pace in the dribbling. Maybe an engine. Is that too overkill? Let's have a look to see what we can do here. So, if we apply... obviously, giving him a shadow would be a complete waste. I mean, a sniper does boost the dribbling. Marksman boosts the dribbling. Artist would boost the dribbling as well. I don't really feel like we need to boost passing or anything. I wouldn't mind giving him something that boosts the pace a little bit. But then again, I don't know. I'm thinking just Maestro. Just give him a Maestro. You know, he's on 10 chem as well because we've got an Italian manager in there, despite the fact that he is on. He's a centre forward playing as a striker. I just stuck a Maestro on him. We get 96 attack positioning, 99 shot power, 99 long shots, 95 volleys. His agility only goes up by 5, but it's still, it's up by 5. 97 reactions, 99 ball control, 99 dribbling. And, the passing goes up as well to 99, 95 vision. So it's maybe a little bit of a waste to stick a Maestro on him in terms of, we've only got it for 7 games. And the fact that it's not the chem style I probably would have chosen to put on him anyway. But still, that's irrelevant. Any little boost will do me just fine. I wasn't going to put a chem style on him anyway. So without any further ado, let's get into the games. So the first game of today and the first team we come up against is a pretty impressive one. He did that Player of the Month Werner. I wonder whether he did that because he thought he was going to go to a 92, as we all did, in fairness. But EA pulled the rug from beneath our feet. Maddison, Mane, up to Zola. Zola still got it here. Can he play it through? No, he took too long. Just wanted too many touches. Here he is again though. Gianfranco through the middle. And he scored. Well, that's a waste of a loan. And that's the problem with 7 games on a loan. I mean, you either say, look, you can't use loan players in Foot Champs, but here's a 20-game loan for a player. Or you say, you can use them in Foot Champs, people need to get over it, here's 20 games. Because half the time, when you load into a game in Rivals and you want to just test out your icon or your loan player in general, what will happen is that someone will see that you have a loan player and quit. So many times that's happened to me. I had, I can't remember who it was. The loan, what was it? It was a loan player and I was using him for an objective. It was like a loan, I can't remember who it was. I don't remember, but it was like a loan special item. And I needed 1 assist to unlock something. And every 3 games in a row, people were just leaving. Trying to get those games down to the point where I wouldn't be able to get the assist. And that's what people are like in this game. So to only give you 7 games, I've scored 1 goal in 8 minutes with him and played 8 minutes with him. And now I'm already down to 6 games. It's just there's almost no point having loan items anything less than 20 games. Because people quit. And people leave the game before the game starts. And there you go. There is my point in a nutshell. We're now down to 5 games. I've played 8 minutes with Zola and 2 games have gone already. This is what's wrong with only giving players 7 games. You either don't give loans in general or you have to give them longer. Right, third game, kind of. And we come up against... I mean, that's not a bad team. I mean, it's not amazing. He still has Sissoko in there. We are quite literally 21st of February and he still has Sissoko in there. But it's not a bad team at all. He's got a fair few high-rated cards, some special items. Looks decent. You would have thought this guy would want to stay and play, at least until 1 goal goes in, either way. Let's find out. Well, he hasn't quit yet. Ball up to Shaqiri. Little 1-2 with Gianfranco. Ball through to Shaqiri was actually very good from Zola. I tell you what, that was a very good ball. Can we get that with Robertson? No, because Pepe wins the ball, despite the fact that we kind of had it there. And Robertson's just not quick enough to catch up with Pepe. I've got to watch the cutback. There it is. I mean, he had no option. He had to go for it. And Maddison has missed the ball in the pass somehow. Bit of a weird one. Here's Kante. Well, that's a bit of a shocker as well. Let's be honest. Maddison's lost his man. He's going to have to play it back inside. Oh, it's deselected me again. Nesta came across. I didn't want Trent. I wanted to apply pressure with Trent and block the passing lane. It gave me Trent. I was all over the place and we've managed to get it clear. Well, that is FIFA 20 in a nutshell. I was going to say 19 then. Comes up for Shaqiri. Little 1-2 with Mane. Look at Zola on the back stick. Goes for goal and scores. Gianfranco Zola is a menace. He's not even meant to be on that left side. He's just gone across and he found himself in just an ocean of space, and that is a good finish into the far corner. And he's got 2. technically speaking, 2 in 3, but it is actually 2 in 2, and he's actually got them in like 23 minutes as well. Back to Mane. He's blocking lanes off really well, to be fair. I don't really have an awful lot of option. Ball inside. It's going to come up to Zola. Here he is. Gianfranco. Inside for Shaqiri. Back it comes. Zola! Oh my god, he's an absolute dream. He's so good. He's so quick. He's agile. His finishing is on point. The problem with this card, of course, is that it's just going to cost far too much money to even try and go for it. But I'm enjoying myself so far. 30 minutes in this game, 8 minutes in the first game. And, I mean, for me, that would be enough. That's a convincer. The guy is absolutely incredible. Props to my opponent here for not quitting, hopefully. No, he's not quitting just yet, which is good. Ball pops back out to my opponent, naturally. Robertson can't get it clear. Pops back out to him again. Kante gets it up. Here's Shaqiri into Zola. I'm just going to look for Shaqiri through the middle. It's a great ball. Shaqiri's in, and good save from the goalkeeper. I was tempted to try and lay it back in towards Zola, but I thought, nah, that's just overplaying it a little bit, isn't it? Maddison inside for Mane, up to Shaqiri. Stop, come back inside for Maddison, up to Gianfranco. Maddison's gone through the middle. It's a ball and a half from Zola. He's dragged it back. He's played it into Shaqiri, who plays it off into Hadji. No, I mean Hadji, right? Hadji is here on the edge, right? And he played it down here. That's how broken the passing system is in this game. That is absolutely mad. How far off they can get it. Here's Zola. Well, that's not what I've done, but it worked. Zola! Poor. I mean, that's very poor. But, yeah. That pass, I tried to put it back into Hadji and it went into the penalty. That's shocking. Either way, though, what a half for Zola. Nearly a hat-trick for him. Here's Trent. Here's Aouar. Zola back in. Well, that's just not a very good pass in general, really. You're not going to moan about that one. Aouar knocks it back down. Mane with the interception. Aouar. Hadji. Shaqiri through the middle, outside of the left boot, and that is game over. The second half has been very, very testing. Unbelievably so, because I don't know why the game in the second half just doesn't feel anything like the first half. The passes are terrible. I mean, like, really bad. They've taken an age to release the ball. I'm pressing a button, and then they take another touch, by which time then we've been tackled. You know what I mean? It's one of those really frustrating FIFA things. Like, I pressed pass there, and he did absolutely sod all. I'm going to take the free kick. I pressed pass with Mane to lay it back into Aouar, and he didn't do anything. And then we got fouled, luckily. Otherwise, we would have lost the ball. But that is shocking. 99 free kicks on Gianfranco. Can we pop this into the back of the net? Maybe not quite enough power. Oh, it's a good effort. It's a great save from Lloris. I would say, it's not far enough into the corner. But the problem with this game is it won't let you put it into the corner, which is really irritating. But it is what it is. Mane comes across here. Last time the ball went over Mane's head. Mane's run past it this time. We're going to get it back with Shaqiri, though. Back into Nesta. Aouar. Here's Zola. That is magic, and that's his hat-trick. I tell you what, I love it. I absolutely love it. When the game works, brilliant. That little skill move as well, the little heel-to-heel thing. Oh, I love it. The side-to-side heel. I don't know what it's called. I need to learn the name of it, because I think I've probably got that down to a T. Look at this. Bang. Just beats 3 players with that little skill move. Gets it onto the stronger foot, plants it bottom corner, and that completes the hat-trick. And I'm kind of in love with Gianfranco Zola. I wonder how much the base version or any version of Zola costs, because I don't even think I need the moments to enjoy that card. I honestly think I'd be okay with having just any version of Zola. The problem with it is, of course, I think he's really expensive because of how good he actually is. Ball goes back in, and again, Zola in on goal. Can he get his 4th? No, he's missed the target for the first time today, by the way. See, the base Zola on the market is still $1 million coins. Now, he's left pack, so that could be one of the reasons why. It's a shame you can't just search up Zola in general and have a look at all of them. You have to choose. So, the mid Zola is actually 640. Now, the reason the mid Zola is a lot cheaper is because he doesn't have the composure and the rest of his stats are not as good as the base, which doesn't make any sense. EA, sort your life out. The prime Zola, who's 90 rated, is 867. So again, not too bad. Composure still lacking. Stamina's even worse on that card, which again is just embarrassing. And then, of course, we have the moments, which probably isn't on the market. Oh, it is on the market. 2.4 million coins. That's the card we just used. That is insane. But that's so much better than the mid and the mid and the prime. So SBCs from yesterday. We had Neymar. Now, in yesterday's video, obviously, if you watched it, if you just looked at the title, you'd have been like, what the hell is he doing? You know, he's released this. Wrong card. Says he doesn't want to do it. Doesn't really talk about it in the video too much. The reason I didn't talk about it is because it didn't exist when I made the video, right? I released the video for, literally for like, what, I think I released it half an hour after they released it, which was a bad, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word I'm looking for. It was a my bad moment, right? I should have released it either like a couple of hours before they released this card, or I shouldn't have just mentioned it at all. But because I recorded it beforehand, I couldn't look at the card. I couldn't look at the SBC. That card is sensational. We know that, right? 5-star, 5-star. I mean, it's Neymar. And in game, he's going to feel fantastic. Now, I'm pretty sure he played cam for the entire month, but EA will do EA things and give him a left wing regardless of where he played. The problem with this, and you've seen this from every other YouTuber, I'm sure, that creates FIFA content, he is unbelievably expensive. You know, 389 rated teams, 388s, and 287s and an 86. I am going to tell you now, I'm not doing it at all, not even going to try. Not because I can't afford it, because I think I could do I reckon I could do 289s and maybe an 88, possibly the 86 as well, without spending more than, say, 30k, because we have that much in the club. All I need to do is fill in a couple of gaps, job done. But these packs are untradeable, which really does put me off. Not because, you know, or if they were tradable, it would be worth it all of a sudden, because obviously it wouldn't. Each segment is like, what, 200-300k or something stupid, so it's like, it's not worth to complete that just to get a rare mega pack, but it would be, the incentive would be a little bit greater if it was a tradable pack. But on top of that, he's left wing, and that means that Hazard would have to be dropped for this, and I mean, Neymar's an end-game card, and he's fantastic, and he's better than any other left wing in the game that isn't an icon. However, it's not worth, what, 2-3 million coins to get a 94 left wing when we already have a 92 left wing. Do you know what I mean? And again, it doesn't fit. You know, I'd have to, if we are talking chemistry, I'd have to go out and get players that make him fit. Obviously, we've decided that chemistry isn't a big deal, but where I can get it, I will get it. But I'm not saying it's not worth it for some people. It might be, but for me personally, I'm just not interested in the slightest. We also had a winter refresh. No, we didn't. That's been there for ages. That is such a bad value pack. The 83 guaranteed is there, but expires in 3 hours. It wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe, to build a couple of those and then open them at 6 o'clock for the new content. I may do that. I'm not going to do it now because obviously it's 2:45 in the afternoon and the new content doesn't drop for over 3 hours. But I could drop them. I could build them, rather, and I could have them ready and then open them tomorrow for whatever the new promo may be, the shapeshifters. I don't know. I'm hoping it's a little bit more than, hey, look, St. Maximin was a right wing, now he's a striker. And I'm hoping it's more than, hey, look, Wilfred Zaha was a centre forward, now he's a right wing or a left wing. But I've got a funny feeling that's all it's going to be. But hopefully we can get a card that actually looks decent, isn't too expensive. Maybe we get some objective cards. And I don't know whether EA remember this, but they used to put SBC cards out there. You know, used to put cards available for us to complete via SBCs. It would be really nice if they revisited that. We haven't had that for a while. And what else did we get? We got Winter Refresh player. This is a joke. Now, I wasn't expecting anything less, to be fair. I thought it would be an 85 rated team. I actually thought maybe 84 with an inform or an 85 rated team, and they haven't disappointed me, really. It's basically the same thing. Interesting that it doesn't expire for 1 day, 3 hours when they leave packs in 3 hours. I wonder if there'll be a glitch there, and people who open it after the 3 hour mark will get a base card instead of the Winter Refresh card. either way, I don't think that's worth it, because that's what, 70, 80,000 coins, something of that nature, and there are only like 3 or 4 that are really worth it. I mean, there are a couple above that, but like the top end ones, there's only like 2 that are worth more than 300k, and that's Bruno Fernandes and Zlatan. 2 of players that I don't care about. Literally the only one I care about is Eriksen. Chance of me packing Eriksen is slim to none. I wouldn't mind Nathan Ake, but I just don't think he's worth that amount of coins. I don't think that's worth it. I have more than enough in the club to do that. I could literally just do it blindfolded. You know, I could just pick whatever I wanted from my club and I'd get it done, because I've got that many high rated cards. But I believe that's a bit of a coin sink for what they're going to drop over the next week. I don't know why. I've got a feeling we're going to get some things that I'll be interested in, and some high rated SBCs, because we haven't had really any over the last week. They dropped Hummels, which is the only player that they dropped. Obviously I wasn't interested in that. Ones to watch upgrades I didn't care about. I think I did 1 or 2. Winter Refresh Challenge, that doesn't mean anything. The 83 Plus isn't actually too bad in terms of high rated cards. It just uses up your 82s and a couple of your 83s. They're still really cheap on the market anyway, so that's fine. So I think, yeah, I want to keep my stuff. What did they drop in terms of a player yesterday? Was it a Bundesliga player? I think it was Lehner, yeah? Yeah, Lehner of Gladbach, right back, who, by the way, looks like a very, very good defender. The problem with it is, of course, it literally doesn't fit into my team at all, and I'm absolutely nowhere near completing the Bundesliga, so that is kind of irrelevant. I don't think they dropped anything else. It'll be interesting to see if they continue with this. Like, for instance, the MLS. You know, I'm 1 team away. Would be nice if they dropped a new card there. But now that Winter Refresh is done, are they going to continue with the Winter Refresh League SBC cards, or are they going to turn them into shapeshifters, or are they just not going to bother and they're going to say, tough titties, deal with it? To be honest, the way that EA have operated with League SBCs this year, I would not be surprised in the slightest if we didn't get any more additions in terms of players and we didn't get any more leagues. I don't think we are going to get any more leagues now. I think it's too late. 21st of February, there's 5 or 6 leagues missing. I'm resigned to the fact that we're not going to get them. In fact, I've started using some of the gold cards from the Argentinian League, the Mexican League, to complete certain SBCs, because I just don't think we're going to get those leagues. Now, that's going to do it for today's video. It might have been a bit of a short and sweet one, and I do apologise, but I wanted a bit of a catch up on the content, because we've not really talked about it last couple of days, because, well, there hasn't been any. But hopefully this week, going forward, we do get something we can sink our teeth into. In terms of objectives as well, I'm way behind on my season progress. I mean, I'm down. I think I don't know what level I am. I've not been paying any attention to it. Like, normally, I would have gathered the max XP, right? So I think there's about 10,000 XP available, right? So I would normally have been around level 20, 23, at least level 22. The problem with it is, and the reason that I haven't done it, is because I don't care about these cards. So I've still got Martin Odegaard to complete, right? I just don't care about them. So I've not done this. I've not gone after that. That's week 2. And I've still not done it. It expires in 3 hours. So I'm going to miss out on all that XP, because I've not been working towards any of the players. So I've not really been paying too much attention to this. I'll tell you what I might do, though, off camera now. I might actually go and play 2 squad battles matches, because A will get 1,300 XP. If there's anything in the gold I can quickly knock off, then I will. But yeah, I think I might go and do that now. And then obviously I can knock these off as well, and we can get some XP, and maybe for tomorrow then have ourselves possibly a prime gold, and maybe even 2 prime golds. That's very lazy. So if you have done any of those Winter Refresh, or rather if you have done the Winter Refresh SBC, let me know what you got. Was it worth doing? Was it not? And of course, if you have enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.